think of Santa Claus or Merlin. My name is Bilal Mirza, and today I'm not here to talk to you about magic, rather I'm here to talk to you about beards. The February 2008 issue of Time magazine even had an article commenting on the growing popularity of beards in American society today. Now, Merlin and Santa Claus aren't the only men who look good donning a beard. Normal people can look good as well, granted that they're men. But one thing that one must think about when growing a beard is the shape of the beard and how it fits the person and the body of the person. For example, Santa Claus, his beard is large and jolly to reflect his own large and jolly personality, as opposed to Merlin, whose beard is very long and thin to replicate, Merlin's long and thin body. Their beards are also white, which kind of reflects their age and their wisdom, etc. So, say that one of you, hopefully a man, hopefully a guy, are considering growing a beard. So, what are the processes that go through your mind when you think about growing a beard? I've thought about 4 different steps that you should take when considering growing a beard. The first of which is to decide upon the reason why you're going to grow a beard. Secondly, you want to think about the length of the beard that you want to have. Thirdly, you need to think about maintenance. How are you going to keep your beard looking fresh and clean every day or every week? And lastly, one has to consider the itchiness factor that comes about with having facial hair. But take it from me, I've got approximately a year, 3 weeks, 5 days and counting. I've had a beard for that long. So I've got some experience in the subject matter. So first, as I mentioned, you must decide upon the reason why you're keeping a beard. Now, considering the last few days it's been approximately 15, 20 degrees, is it extra protection from the cold weather that you're going to keep a beard? Or could it be that you like the feel of facial hair on your face? Or is it the rugged look, the rugged appeal that appeals to you? Or lastly, is it the sense of rebelliousness you feel against, conformist business American society, which very well sponsors, a clean-cut look? Or is it some other reason that you have? Secondly, once after this is decided upon, you must think about the length of the beard that you want to keep. Now, these comes in all shapes and sizes and varieties. So we have the Gandalf beard, which is, as we can see, similar to the Merlin beard, where it's very long and extensive, kind of accentuates, his overall appeal. Or we have beards such as the George Clooney beard, which is relatively thinner. You can actually see some of the face. Or you have, the Ryan Reynolds beard, which is kind of, a little bit thicker, but it still shows the form of the face. One point of clarification on this matter, though, is pencil alignment beards are not really considered beards because they aren't a sufficient amount of hair on the face, although they are a form of facial hair. Now, once we've decided upon the length of the beard that you want to keep, one must think about the maintenance of the beard and how you're going to trim it. I would personally suggest that if you are considering growing a beard, you should invest in a decent quality trimmer. You can buy one for about 20 bucks, a Norelco or a Remington, what have you. And this is just so that your beard doesn't look all scraggly and it's going out in all directions. But when you are maintaining your beard, when you go to trim your beard, you should look in the mirror and decide upon what length you want to keep it and adjust the trimmer to that length. And then be very careful as you're going through your beard because you don't want to go in and have a huge patch on your face where hair should be. And then, but I do encourage you to experiment with different lengths and sizes and shapes of the beard because it provides a little bit of personality to your already great personality. Lastly, we have the itchiness factor of the beard. Now, this isn't really a big deal because, as I said, I've grown a beard for approximately a little over a year now, and the itchiness kind of goes away after the first week or two, and it's something that you just become accustomed to. And if it really gets on your nerves, you can clean up the bottom part of your beard so it's not really, getting caught in a zipper or something like that of your jacket. Now, one must, after considering all of these, take into account that, when you have a beard, it's natural to play with the beard, stroke it, scratch it. But you have to be very careful of this because if you have a mother like mine, and you continue to stroke your beard, she'll threaten to shave it off in the middle of the night while you're asleep. So, we've gone through 4 major points of growing a beard. You have to think about, the reason you want to keep a beard, the length of the beard, the maintenance of the beard, and lastly, the itchiness factor. We've covered all of these points in some great deal of depth, but we can go into it later if you have extra questions. But for you guys who haven't shaved in the past hour or so at least. So I would encourage you to test out growing beer. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day.